Good evening. This is the video newsletter for buysellshort.net for Wednesday, June 2nd. So far, June has actually been a pretty decent month. Granted, we did have some more robot BS late day yesterday, but as I mentioned in the chat room, and it's happened a couple of times over the last few days, the robots have tended to do opposite the overall market trend going into the last 30 minutes of the day. Of course, that was not the case today, but yesterday we had a pretty decent market going into the last 30 minutes, and then all of a sudden the floor fell out and down we went. Set us up for a very nice short squeeze today on the market. Volumes were pretty low, but given the news that is out there right now, I keep saying it, but the bears and the shorts that are out there who keep clamoring about double dip recession and Dow 8,000 coming, I just want to slap them upside the head, or tell them to read an economics book or go and look back at previous economic rebounds before they start spouting their nonsense so early in the recovery. We had some more positive economic data. Of course, home sales up, no surprise, given the expiration of the home credit last month. But then we had the auto companies come out, very nice increase in sales in cars. Uh, I mean, the economy is slowly but surely getting better. Tomorrow and Friday, we have some very big economic data. We've got the retail sales report out tomorrow, and then on Friday, we've got the jobs report. Now, we did have Obama giving a speech today, and in that speech, Obama said that he expects a big increase in job creation on this Friday report. So perhaps the White House has been leaked the report a little bit early. Expectations are for 530,000 jobs to be created, but a vast majority of that is expected to be census jobs. And from the reading I've done recently, the Census Bureau is not being hiring as many expected it to. So I'm sort of looking for 400K. Perhaps Obama is hinting that the number is going to be higher. If we got a number 500 plus, I mean, if we got 600 plus, all bets would be on in this market and we'd be off to the races. We do have the retail sales report tomorrow. Auto numbers today suggest that that number is probably going to be good. So we're going to have to see how the market reacts to both those reports. If we get a positive report out of these two reports over the next 2 days, then we have definitely seen the near term bottom, and this correction moves into its bounce stage. You'll recall the article I sent out to you guys on Monday. We're expecting new highs in the market come August based on historical trends. But let's jump into the charts. If we've got some time left over at the end, we'll go into more of the market spiel. Looking at the Dow 15-minute chart here, you can see a nice little bounce. 10,400 is resistance. We are, of course, overbought on the near term on the 15-minute chart, but we've been deeply oversold for the last month, so we can remain overbought for more than a day. Looking at the daily chart, we've broken that downtrend line in RSI very nicely. We are about to get a positive MACD on the Dow, just like we did back at the February lows. And we've got stochastics nicely in the basement. Looking at the SMH, which we always do, a very nice late day move in the SMH. We've got RSI about to break the 50 level. We got a positive MACD cross on the SMH today, like, of course, we saw back in February at the lows. On bounce volume, stochastics looking very nice as well. So things are starting to look very nice for us. No alerts the last couple of days, and the reason being we're waiting for 2 up days as another confirmation of a bottom on this market. We've been very, very active in the chat room on scalp plays, but many of those, it's too late to actually send out emails on them. So sit on your hands. If everything plays out like I expect it to play out, we could be in store for some very nice gains over the month of June. As a side note, Iran today came out and said that they're going to be selling their euros and buying dollar and gold. These are the same clowns who sold the dollar at its lows a year ago and said it was the end of the dollar and that the euro was going to be the new currency. So, funny enough, they probably bottomed the market as well there. Watch them put a bottom in the euro and a top in dollar and gold in the near term, which would be fantastic if you ask me. But let's jump into some stock plays here. ACLS. We jumped into this one late in the trading day in the chat room. Tech stocks really starting to outperform today, and we would expect them to lead. We had some very big scalps in the chat room today on SONS. I believe over 2 trades we've gotten, what, 15 to 18 cents plus. And IKAN from $1.91 to 95 ended up going to 2.11. So just from those two tech plays, peers of ACLS, we got almost 40 cents out of these, and these are 2-cent stocks. So 40 cents on $2 stocks, you're talking about 20-25% return just on a couple of scalps on these plays intraday today. ACLS should see a nice pop on this one tomorrow. We're looking for a move to the 50-day moving average at 210. Very strong support at $1.80. Positive MACD cross is on the horizon, and stochastics are trying to break that downtrend line. LVLT, this has been an ATM machine for us over the last month. Got a nice spike on this one this morning in pre-market to $1.34. In the chat room, we were adding this one right on the close yesterday at $1.25, $1.26. Great setup on this one. Breakout is $1.35. We're looking for a move to 140 to 148 in the near term, especially if we see a move on the market. We'd be very surprised if the market is popping and the retail sales report is good tomorrow. This stock should be solidly in 130s tomorrow morning. We'll be looking to accumulate this one. If we look further on the chart, indicators look great, but on bounce volume is finally starting to upswing here. So you've got the funds starting to move into this one, and price should follow to the upside very, very soon. Quick mention on YMI. The ASCO plays have sort of been dead. ASCO, the cancer conference, starts this Saturday and Sunday, so we should start to see these stocks start to move tomorrow again. We didn't get a pop out of them previously, but again, the market sucked when the abstracts came out. We're looking like we could possibly be seeing the market go on a, nice little run here in the near term, which is very, very good for biotech stocks. YMI is releasing some new data this upcoming Sunday, so we could see a press release possibly Friday, more than likely on Monday. And this one's a nice bottom, that chart, and really likes to go on moves, especially when it gets volume. OXGN, we've been patiently sitting on this one. This is the ASCO play that went from 74 cents to 340 last year. Let's see if we can get a similar run out of it this year. PARD, of course, we've been patiently sitting on this one. It's been treading water around here. A lot of these stocks need volume. I would be very surprised if the market holds up tomorrow and Friday if we do not see volume start to really pour into these plays and see some nice little pops. PARD looks like it's going to get a positive MACD cross tomorrow. Every single time we've seen that happen over the last several months, we've seen a spike in the price. 120 and 130 would be bounce targets on this play. Tech play we've been playing quite successfully recently. TRID looks like it's put in a bottom. The uptrend line held nicely at $1.60 today. Breakout is $1.75, and this one should easily make a move to $1.90, especially on a green market. We've got a lot of charts that look fantastic right now. The only thing we are waiting for is confirmation that the bottom is in. We should hopefully see that tomorrow and Friday, and if so, we should be in store for a fantastic June, in my opinion. So many stocks have been taken to the woodshed. We're still playing it a little bit cautious, a little close to the vest right now till we get our confirmation. We can miss some of the early moves on these stocks because if the rally that does come is as big as I think, there's going to be plenty of opportunities out there. TSMN or EM or other tech play, semi play. Nice little bounce on this one today. Scared the crap out of everyone yesterday on that late day drop, and then of course gapped up today after they'd filled their shares. Breakout here is the 20-day exponential. If you're looking for a spot to initiate a position or add to your positions, a break of that 143 level would be your spot, and then your target will be 154 and 170 on this one. Stochastics nicely oversold, and a nice tech play. SMH over 28. If the SMH goes over 28, this is definitely another tech play I'd be looking to consider jumping into. So that's pretty much it for the video. I will see you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Good night.